After that, we need to add inside the array using the split operator or any other operator. So let's go, and before this table, create a text box. Before this table, we can create a text box. Enter notebook. Input type equal to text. Input type equal to text. Button. Facebook. On click. Call the function call save. Now we have to come up. We need to write a function called save. Const save equal to keep an alert here. Working. Okay, now let's run. Click on save button. Alert should come as working. Now we have to create another state variable to take the value from the text box. So for that, write a new book, comma, a function called pickbook. Pickbook equal to use state. By default, book name as a, let me write here called textbook. Default value. The default value of new book is textbook. The default value of new book is textbook. Next, after that, we have to go under this function, and we need to require to call the function called update book, because via update book only we can send the value to book list. Update book. After calling the update book function, we have to call inside the main array that is called book list. But arrow key you need to follow. They need to follow 3 time dot. After that, again book list. The 3 time dot what we wrote is called a spread operator. It's work in multiple way. It has not any fixed syntax. We can use in multiple condition. So while adding a new element inside the array, we have to use the 3 times dots, old array name, fat arrow, square bracket, 3 time dot, again old array name, comma new array name, new element, new book. Next, after that, what will happen? This syntax it will work in which formula? So this work on this formula. A equal to A plus B concept, it is designed. The merge the value of A and B and again send it to A only. Merge the value of A and B and send to the A. Okay, now click on save button and check once any new element is getting added. If you click on save button, one new element should get added inside the list. Okay, let me come to the browser and click on save button directly. If you click on save button directly, it will add the test book inside the array. So when I click here on save button directly, the test book is adding inside the array. Here, if I delete the book number 7, should get delete. Next, after that, we have to take the value from the value from the text box. So how to take the value from the text box? We can write here. The peekbook function is responsible to bring the value from the text box. Peekbook function will be responsible to bring the value from the text box. Okay, so for that, we can come down, take the help of the peekbook, go here, and for this text box, you have to create an object on change equal to my object, fat arrow key. You will call here peekbook, and under the peekbook, you will pass my object dot target dot value. It represents the value of text box on change. on change. As soon as you start typing, the value of text box will go to the new book function, new book variable. The value of text box will go to the new book function. If you want to see how the value is getting passed, you can write here in the next paragraph to understand the preview. In next paragraph, you can understand the preview. Something like this. The book name is new book. Once you type under the text box, the value will appear here as a preview. Once you type under the text box, using the pickbook function, you are sending the value of text box to the new book. Because we have discussed earlier also, the function will be responsible to update the value of the variable. So under the new book variable, the value has to come. So question is from where it will come. So yes, it will come from the text box. So how to take the value of text box? For text box, you create an object, and when on change event will happen under the pickbook function, the target dot value means the value of the text box character by character you send to the pickbook. Once the value will go to the pickbook, from pickbook it will assign to the new book. Now new book, if you are printing below, immediately while typing itself, it will display the value while typing. Once we start writing, immediately the value will display below. Okay, so hope we have written. Let us check now. So we'll come to the browser and we'll go under the text box and we'll type the value under the text box. You can see here by default, it's calling as a text book. That meaning the value we have stored under the text book, it is assigned to new book, and new book wherever you are printing, it will give you here. New book is coming. Now I will go to the browser text box, and under the text box, I will type the new value called Node.js. As soon as I'll type below, you can see below it is coming Node.js for developer. You can see Node.js for developer is come like this. Now when we click on save book, that should get added here. So it's getting added. I will add here Python. You can see the value is printing below. That book name is Python for developer. Save, it will come down. It's adding here. If I add delete the Node.js for developer, it will get deleted as well. So the key point is to understand how to take the value from the text box, and another point to understand how it is passing to the new book. So new book is getting the value via pickbook function. How the pickbook is getting the value? Because for text box we created one object and we are saying yes, whenever on change event will happen, using this object, the value of the targeted element, current element should go to the pickbook, and from pickbook it will assign to the new book. Now what you want to do of the new book, it's your wish. The new book we wanted to display inside the page, so it is coming there. So hope you are able to save and list as well as delete. Okay, next after that we need to work on next part, next example of hooks. Okay, that will be a multi-dimensional array where we will be displaying the data, where we'll display the data. So let us go. Need to share the file or working for all? How it is? Create the next file then. We will see another example of multi-dimensional array where multiple input will take and will add inside the array, will create object and will pass to the browser again. So create next file, hook3.js. Hook3.js. Inside hook3, you can import again use state, React, both you can call here. Come down, we can write here again a function const my hook3 we can write use state again, constant book list comma update book use state, keep the empty array, keep the empty array. After creating the empty array, now we can come down. We can write here call is a return, and under the return we can take the table to table from previous example. Everything container to container you can copy. Container to container we can copy. We can add under the return block, and book length is okay. The input boxes you can remove. Multi-dimensional array. And use state, comma, spread operator. Okay, ready. Next, after that, book list. It will display definitely empty. Delete function is added here. We can remove budget now, delete. Or maybe from the previous example, delete function was there. Same function we can add here. So go to the previous page. Delete function was added there. Delete book was there. That function we can call here again. Because delete function remains same, it will not have any change. Delete function will be in the same structure. Add that much. Yes, I hope I did it here. Next, after this, we can come to the app file and import this function, import this component, import hook 3, import my hook 3 from hook 3. Hook 3. Now page should load. The hook page 3 should load. This page also loaded, but it's empty. Now we have to take the 3 value and on button click, it should save here. Save will happen, listing will happen automatically. Let us come to the hook 3. Now inside hook 3, you can see here how many you are printing the index name. We have to add some more field here. Price, quantity, details, etc. Book name, price, quantity, when we are running the map here from book list, individual details will go to the book variable, and then from here book dot name we can print, book dot price we can print, and book dot qty we can print. Name, then price, then qty. But these details are not exist as of now. Okay, these details are not exist as of now. What are name, price, and quantity is not there. So we are going to take from the text box and add inside the page. Okay, hope ready. Now there should not be any error. Error is not there. So come up, and then we have to create the field where we will capture the name, price, and quantity. Three details will capture from user, will send to the state variable, and from a state variable again will pass to the array, and from array definitely it will be listed. So we can create here one another p tag. Inside that p tag, we can add the three text boxes. One to ask the name. So let's create a text field. Input type equal to text. Placeholder equal to book name. Placeholder equal to book name. Next, after that, one more text field. Book price, book quantity. Book price we can take. Book quantity we can keep. And then we'll keep a button here called save button. Save book. Now for every text field, we have to give a class so that little space will come. Class name M2, so that some space will get applied between two elements. M2, M2, M2. Next on button click. Let's call a button class here. btn hyphen primary. It is going to create the three text boxes and one button. Button click. We will take the value from the array, individual element, and save inside the page. Check now how that look. It look like this. Okay, hope ready. Let's come inside now. You have to create now a button again, save button. Before creating the save button, we required before creating the save button, we required three variable. So first we'll write here const book name. We can write here for pick name. Book name equal to use state. Use state. Second one, after book name, book price will come. Then book quantity will come. Book price, book QTY, pick name, pick price, pick QTY. Right, three variables are ready. Now we have to write here a function, save function. This save function will create a object of three properties: variable, new book equal to variable new book equal to open the flower bracket, the right inside call name colon book name. Now name why I have written, because you can see under the listing page which property you are printing: name, price, quantity. So we have to create an object of multiple elements where the property name will be called name, price and quantity. So we have added here name, and it is going to come from the where book name. Next property will be called price. It will come from the book price. Next it will come from the qty. It will come from the book qty. Book qty. Name, price and quantity. Next, after that, using again a separate operator, we need to push this new book under the book list. So for that you have to call again a function called update book, because via update book only we can send the value update book function. Under the update book function, book list is required. Then after that you will follow here three dots, the separate operator. Again you will use here call book list comma new book. Book list comma new book. Next after that book list comma new book. After that we need to come in HTML and call the function pick book, pick price, pick qty and remaining others. Okay, next after that come down, text boxes we have. For text box we need to call the function. So we have the first text box. Here we are going to call the pick name function based on change equal to on change equal to you create the object of the particular text box, object 1, and with the help of object 1 you can pass the value to the function called pick name function. Pick name function we can pass here object 1 dot target dot value, object 1 target dot value, object 1 dot target dot value. In case one line is not fitting, we can break the line also. Property can go to the new line. Will work. Next, the same thing. You are going to call for the second function. Second
class
where pick name, pick price. Next, you will call for the third one. That is called pick QTY. Pick QTY. Then we can call here on click function called save. So we'll enter the value under the text box, and this value will be processed easily. Ready? Let's come now. We can check whether value is adding or not. Let me come to the browser here. See whether the value is getting added or not. Java price 2000 detail books. Click on save button. Got added. Node.js. Price 100 to save. Got added. React. Okay. So this is adding. Let me delete here. It's able to delete also.
अभी कम हुआ नहीं है, जब कम हुआ। हाँ क्या खा रहे तू? वॉइस
Yeah, hope written. Now one more line we can write how to clear the text box. So come here, write here value equal to that variable name. What state variable you have created? Book name. Another one, value equal to book price. Value equal to book UTY. This is to clear the text box, but still it will not work. We have to write some more code, then it will work. Just write that much. Book name, book price, book UTY.
मैं क्या मुझे मालूम होना ना को वो मेरा
Okay, hope written. Next, after that, come up, go to the save function, call pick name. Under pick name, you can pass the empty value, then pick price. Inside also you can pass the empty value, and then pick QTY. Inside also we can pass the empty value. So here using the function, you are setting the variable as empty, because the pick name function, pick price function, pick QTY function is responsible to pass the data to the variables. Which variable? Book name variable will get the value from the pick name. Book name will get the value from the pick price. Book QTY will get the value from the pick QTY. Now this three variable will get the value from this three function. So this function we made is empty, value will be empty. If the value will be empty, you have written here value equal to variable name. Text box will become as empty. This is the step to clear the text box. You can add somewhere and remember it. How to clear the text box. Okay, overwritten. Let me check finally if the data is saving and listing and text box is getting clear or not. So here is the field. We will go here. We'll enter here. Suppose called PHP. Price suppose 2000 rupees. Next after that quantity suppose 10. Save here. It's got added here. After adding the value, text box also become clear. Next, let me write for HTML. Price 3000, quantity 6. Save here. Okay, it's coming. Text box got clear. So now I will share you this file, hook 2 and hook 3. You can use this file, you can error, and again we'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll work on the next part of React, that is how to interact one component, how it will interact to other component while sending the data and while receiving the data. Their component interaction will come, component reusability will come, and one more feature will get covered, that is called props. P-R-O-P-S, props. Yeah, hope you downloaded the file. See you tomorrow.